Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's a random live show. Bigby just randomly calls me during the night, and he's like, "Alan, we have to go on your channel." So yeah,
We
so I'm
must
like,
go
okay,
live.
sure, I'll do that. Basically, what this is for the people that are watching is Obito. Obito is getting a very cool thing. We did a comic book shout out challenge. Well, actually, Bigby did a comic book shout out challenge where you could win original art. And we're basically unboxing that today. So it should be pretty cool. The artist is Travis, who is not here. But Obito is here and he's got the stuff. You can show it. Just do like a quick flash of the.
Travis said he's coming. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's it. It's huge. We were all shocked how big it was. And Bigby said that he's making the one that he's doing for me much larger,
Yes.
life size, 3D as well.
It's gonna be a sculpture, yes.
And sentient. So it should be awesome.
A live creature.
Yeah.
Make sure it's
He's gonna
embossed.
abduct a few women, put them on. So
Well, I know
it should
you
be
like
fun.
bondage and stuff, so you
Yeah,
know, just,
yeah.
you know,
it all works. It all works.
tied up, gagged, show up, and be,
It'd be funny. Sending it in the mail might be a little bit interesting. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You know, I got really worried about this package because usually I have all my stuff like exclusively through like a USPS, and it's always to my mailbox. And I went to go check my mailbox, and I'm like, it's not here, but it says it's delivered. And I was like, oh, they stole it, you know.
Good.
But no, it was just on my doorstep, and I'm not used to that, you know. I got really scared for a second.
I always hate it when they just randomly leave it on the doorstep, but don't tell you that it's there.
Right.
And it's just like, it's like, here you go.
That's always a good feeling. Oh, my $1,000 comic was sitting outside.
For anyone to take.
When I got my Amazing Spider-Man #1, FF #1, it was all in one box. Like, and then I think there was like a maybe early Wonder Woman there as well. They just left it on the porch. It was there for like a day.
Oh, jeez.
Good that I had nice neighbors that didn't like say, "Hey, this is really nice little package."
Colossus Collector is in the house,
oh, hey,
and Steven.
What's happening, Colossus?
How you doing, buddy? We'll get you in the mix for this next round for some original artwork. This is going to be Obito opening up his. We're waiting for Travis to show up, I think, but
and we'll have to do the same.
Obito's dying.
Eventually arrives.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh wait, there's another guest. I see a guest in the
Travis.
Thing. Let's see who it is. Is it a Travis?
It is a Travis.
Hang on, I can't hear you yet because I got to put my headphones on because I can't hear. There we go.
Okay, don't worry. We were just making fun of you, so it's okay.
But that's okay.
That guy.
So this Travis is the artist.
That guy. That guy. Oh, that guy.
Okay. For the people who didn't see
not
it
that
yet.
guy. Oh, hey, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. There it be. So I invited a few.
I tried to put some comics up behind me.
Did you?
Yeah.
I don't see any comics. Is that Funko Pops or what are those?
Those are comics, right?
Those are books. Oh, there's some.
Remember, you're like
X-Men 97.
You're on my cell phone, so it's like this speak.
Oh.
Really
I see X-Men 97. That's the only one I can make out.
Right. And there's a I'm reversing myself. There's a cover that's got a sketch cover right there for Street Fighter, which is really cool. I'll bring them up. I'll show them because I can't show them. They're behind me. So
I'll
grab them.
Give me some X-Men. Mike Swintel says, "Hey guys, thanks for the show tonight." Hey Mike, thanks for joining us.
What's up, Mike? Okay. So should I go into the preliminary opening of the package?
Yeah.
Go for it, man. Like Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna make you big, okay, Obito?
Okay, yeah, go for it. I got my my trusty dusty weaponry here to open it with.
Oh wow. It's not like
yeah. Let's hope we don't accidentally cut anything valuable.
Yes. Don't do like what's all sorts of words where he's like, and I'm dangerously waving the knife close to my face.
You know, I shouldn't do this, but this thing has like a little thing right here, and I do this a lot. You
Is
can
that
spin
like
around.
like Naruto or something like that, or?
It's just like a weapon from Japan. I don't know the specifics of it.
Yeah, it looks like
Colossus
something
Collector
from
says
like
it's a
some
Green
anime.
Lantern dagger.
Absolutely.
Well,
And it's very fitting.
that would be
How
appropriate for
appropriate.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be very appropriate. Okay, so lots of wrapping, which is good. I like that.
Hey guys, while he's unboxing that or unwrapping that, I'm gonna put a link in the chat, and if you guys can go check out, oh, that's probably not gonna work. Well, it might. That guy on YouTube, all sorts of words. He's one of our friends who's doing the hashtag comic book shout out. He's been shouted out by a couple people, and he's a super cool guy. His name is Ricky, and he deserves your subscriptions and checking him out. So if you guys could check him out, I'll try to get a link to his actual channel rather than just that thing there.
It's very well wrapped, which is good, but it's legit like a Christmas wrapping, you know, so you can like legit just like tear it open, and it's like it's like so excited.
I'm just saying hi to random people.
Shout it out, say hi, scream it.
Hey, what's happening? Oh yeah. But like I said, real quick before I actually open this, so how I won this for the people who don't know that are watching is BigbyMcFly, who's here with me. He does this thing called the Comic Book Shout Out, and him and Travis from Comics Limited, you could get a free custom artwork from them if you just make a video about somebody shouting them out. Like it could be like 2-minute long video, and make that, and you could win some cool artwork like the one I'm about to show you guys here. So if that's something that interests you, definitely make a video with that shout out.
Yeah. We've been thinking about starting a channel. It's a great way to get some exposure, because we'll put you on a playlist, and you'll get all of the exposure from our channels, and you'll also get put in with the drawing. Hey, it's what's on the comic rack. He says, "What is up?" He won because Obito is awesome.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I feel a little something here. Oh, okay.
I sent
I'm
you
not
an invite, Mr. Akins. I don't know if you saw that, but I did send you an invite.
I got it here with me. I'm not. I have it flipped the other way. I'm not looking at it.
Okay.
So you technically haven't seen it yet, yeah?
Yeah, technically. Well, I mean, we've seen it in DM, but not in person yet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in person yet. So I'll show the camera first, slowly.
What is it first? What is it first?
This is like a...
Okay, well, it's Gwenpool as a Green Lantern. That's what I wanted. And
wow, that's really cool.
Dang, man. What?
That's awesome.
Shark.
You drew this?
Cool.
What?
Yeah. And I painted it too.
Oh my god, dude, look at that.
That really works.
Yeah,
you should send that
like super well
picture
made.
That to like Marvel or DC, and they might go with it.
Marvel and DC
at the same time.
Yes,
and it's in like this what do you call it, like the top loader kind of thing. Keep it all nice and safe.
Nice,
man, dude. Look at that.
You got some questions about your art there, Trav?
Wow, you also like, I mean, you colored it too. Is it like watercolor or what is it?
Yeah. So I did watercolor on. So this is technically the second drawing that we did. The first one I haven't shipped out yet because he's waiting. Ramiel asked me to wait to send it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's out of the country right now, right?
Huh? Yeah, he's out of the country. So but so what I did here with this is I did pencil sketch first, and I had done a pencil sketch for Romuald's, and then I was like, I want to color Romuald's, so I colored it, and I used colored pencil, a mix between colored pencil and watercolor, and then but I didn't like how it Brian and I loved it. It looked great, but I still didn't like how it kind of turned out. There were things that I didn't like about it. So, but then I got Obito's, and so I started doing his. I did the pencil sketch, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to use colored pencil. I'm just going to watercolor it. And so I used watercolor on it it totally took my sketch parts and essentially just filled it in with the watercolors and used multiple different colors, did layering on it. And so instead of being a sketch, it's almost a finished piece of art. So
it looks really good.
So then to make the stars, I flicked the paint at it, and it was fun. I had a good time. So it was a blast.
And you filled me up.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to show you up.
You were. I don't know if you were in here and heard Alan earlier. He said he expects a full life-size sculpture from me now.
Well, I can help you with that one.
Animatronic, actually. I'm expecting animatronic. And
I did help build I put the toe on the Washington statue in the city of Vancouver when they were doing the building a statue for the city of Vancouver of Washington. I molded the toe.
Wow.
There you go. You're the toe sculptor.
So you have your foot into Canada, is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Into all kinds of
The toe.
Collective says it's a lovely piece. Great work, Travis. Obito, you're a lucky man.
Very cool.
Thank you all so much. I know I've already said it to him a billion times already, but thank you a million more times, Travis. It really does mean a lot.
It was and like I told you, like we talked about a little bit, I want you to know it was really inspiring that the way you wanted, what you told me what you wanted. I mean, it was like, you're like, I want Gwenpool, but can you do it as a Green Lantern? It was this whole amalgam idea, and it just sparked something. And I was like, I had actually started sketching it at Brian's that night. And so then when I got home, even though I had to work I had to get up early the next day, I was like, I got to keep sketching. So I'd almost completed the sketch by the time I went to bed that night. So
is that the land shark?
What inspired the shark? I really like the shark.
Okay, so I did a whole research on Gwenpool because I only own one Gwenpool comic book, and so I was like, what do I do here, right? What is her thing, And she has a couple different backpacks. One of them is a shark, and one of them is a penguin. And so, and the shark, there were a couple scenes, a couple pictures, a couple images I saw where she was throwing the backpack, and it turns into a shark that just chases people down and gets them, right? So I thought, what a perfect construct for her out of her Green Lantern power. I mean, other than the guns, because it's Deadpool, right? Yeah. But what a perfect construct for her would be to make the shark. And then I started looking up. I wanted to find a picture of a great white shark kind of looking at you from above, like you were below it, so you can see like it coming at you, right? So I found an image that looks just like that, and I basically just sketched out the image based off of what I saw in the picture. So
cool.
It came out so good, man. You did a great job.
I'm so excited about this one. Period. I loved it. It was awesome. I mean, I can't wait for Romuald to. So it's kind of funny. The other night, so I was so excited about this one and how well it turned out. It made me feel bad about Romuald, so I redrew Romuald.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Right. Are you going to send him two?
I'm sending them both.
You're going to send both of them to him? Well, he can give one away. He can give one away to one of his subs. There you go.
That's great.
Well, I mean, it's for him anyway, right? So
yeah, that's awesome.
And it was just kind of one of those things. It's like I just wanted to see if I could do it. Like I wanted to see if I could make it again, for one thing. And then I wanted to replicate the style that I did with the piece I did for Obito. And so that was and I was able to do both, and that was really cool. And I'm excited for Romuald to see it. Well, he's already seen it. I sent him a picture, but I'm waiting. I'm excited for him to get it in hand and have it and be able to do this with everybody too, because it's as cool. It's exactly what he wanted, which was so funny because he was like, Well, I would love to have a cover that has all three of these characters on it, but if I had to pick, it would be Daredevil, right? And I was like, wow, the 3-character thing is way more exciting to me. I'm going to do that. So
the one you showed me, like you sent me one on Instagram. I thought that was really good. That's the first one, right?
I think so. Yeah. The
Wow,
first one
that's really good. I thought it was really good. I just thought the only comment I was telling Bigby, I would say, if you inked it, just make it pop a bit more. That'd be the only comment. But it still looked really awesome.
Yeah, my inking skills are not as good as my color and pencils. I don't know what it is. I for whatever reason, when I start using pen, or even brush, I get a little too heavy-handed, and then it starts to look weird to me. So, but that's just that's just me.
Yeah.
Collecto says no pressure,
Collecto
Brian.
6 says no pressure, Brian. No, that's not true. Lots of pressure, Brian. Okay.
See, Alan didn't give me he didn't give me like real definite parameters, though. He just started shouting out names of female characters. And I was like, all right,
you're gonna get
that. For sure we got Vampirella, and then I'm not sure after that where we're going.
Hey, Brian, you should just do it like the poster behind you.
Yeah.
Just with all the females, just like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just homage the Spider-Verse with all the female characters that he mentioned.
Okay. There you go.
Right. It'll only take you a few months to do. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Oh yeah, by the way, how long did this take you to do?
Total 4 hours.
Well, that's not bad, actually.
Seriously?
Yep.
Entire thing, 4 hours. Coloring and all?
Entire thing, 4 hours and everything.
That's pretty fast.
I think as artists, we usually underestimate, but he's probably pretty close. We usually go, oh, it only took, and then we go, oh, well, there was that. I had like 10 minutes that one day, and then the other day I had 5 minutes.
That's what I was doing. I was adding up all the times, and there was like, okay, yeah. So basically, let's talk about it this way. So the pencil sketch, because I was doing it as soon as I got home. So I came home from Brian's. It takes about an hour to get from Bigby's place. And so I got home and I worked on it for an hour, and I had the whole thing drawn by that point in time.
Wow.
Like all complete sketch, everything that I wanted to do for the sketch. The background had a big Green Lantern battery, and I got rid of that because I didn't like it. So then, and then what I did, and then when I got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm going to color it, it was just like, boom, I just started doing it. I mean, so now that you've shown it, I'm going to put a little video up on Instagram that has kind of stages of the work I did on it. But it's so fast of how quickly I worked on it. It's hard to, because I didn't take a picture in between every little thing. And so it was kind of one of those, hey, that's kind of, I was like, I got done and I had forgotten to take a picture of the stars. So I'm like, I laid it down, I took that picture and sent that picture to you. So, and I had forgotten, that was what kicked into my mind. Oh, I want to send a picture. And then I totally had forgotten that was so. Yeah. So
yeah, that's cool. I mean, I actually like those videos where artists will do like the time lapse, and then you see how it kind of all comes together. I was fun.
Yeah, I tried. I was gonna try to do something like that. I just don't know. I have to figure out how to set it up. That was the thing that I couldn't. I was like, okay, if I'm going to sit here and draw, what's it going to look like when I get done, right? And I was trying to do it with when I redid Romuel's, which, crazy enough, to redo Romuel's, it took me. Well, that one took about 5 hours because it was the sketching part of it took me maybe almost 6 hours. What time did I start?
Almost a day.
Collector 6 says you really like stick figures, Alan. So I might be off the hook. I mean,
sexy six figures, I guess.
Well, yeah, all those dirty stick figures.
Remember the one you did last time with the stick figure in the 90? It was like all see-through. Yeah,
that one has been bought. It sold for a few million. So.
Oh, okay. So I want to talk about the reason why Obito got the artwork, and I'm going to put a link in the chat to the playlist of all of the hashtag comic book shout out videos.
Can you do
Yeah, I just did that.
Oh, I can't see it.
Well, it just went up.
I don't know, like I guess I get some weird delay where it's like
So that's the playlist for all the videos of the hashtag comic book shout out. And if you guys can do me a favor and watch them when you can, sub the
Sub all the
people that have been
channels.
shouted out and sub the people that are shouting out, that would be awesome. It's a really great thing, and we're just trying to really interconnect the comic book community. And I've had a brainstorm today that I'm working on, which is going to be some sort of a giveaway for the viewers as well. But you have to be subbed to everybody who shouted out and everybody who was shouted out to win.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one thing we got to encourage more of. Like, we got to get these people subbed up.
Yes. And I don't know if you guys are just joining, up at the top of the chat, I put a link to a buddy of ours, All Sorts of Words. His name is Ricky. That's his channel, is All Sorts of Words. If you guys could go over and sub him up, he's a great channel. He's a writer. He has super humorous stuff. Yeah, that means trouble, right? Ooh, Bigby brainstorming. You smell something burning.
What's that burning smell? Yeah.
A grinding gear sound.
Grinding gears, little hamsters like running its burnout.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you guys can support the people who are doing the shout outs, that would be really awesome. And I want to make it good for everybody who's watching the videos and producing the videos, and I want to encourage people to make the shout outs. Colossus Collector says I smell burnt toast.
That's hilarious.
Right on. So anything going on with the rest of your guys' channels?
I need 100 and something, like 110 subscribers, and then I'll get my 3,000.
I just passed 1,000 on Sunday, so thanks to everybody who subbed to me. I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
I don't have the
huge,
watch hours.
Are you able to? Oh, how close to you getting the watch hours? And,
I don't even have 10% of the watch hours I need to have.
Oh, see what I was doing. I just interviewed Vaughn on my channel on the weekend. Okay, and what he did, and this is what I'm going to recommend to you, because I'm going to recommend this to everybody that needs the watch hours. Okay.
Okay.
So what I did was I said when I interviewed him, he said he's just short on the watch hours. He's got the subscribers, but he doesn't have the watch hours. So, but he's got playlists. Okay. And on his playlist is like 100 videos, and some of them are like, like this kind of thing where it's like, an hour long or something like that. Right. So what I did was I put in my background one of his playlists, like on my, on one of my tabs. I just let it run. Okay, so I gave him probably like 100 hours just on myself on his playlist. So my point is, like, I told everyone to just do the same, like, and we can do that with us, right? Where we kind of help each other get those hours. So if Bigby, if you have a playlist, send me the link and I'll watch it.
Unfortunately, most of my long form content is like 10 and 5-minute videos. They're not super long. And the only things that are long are my live streams that I've done. So, but I need to do that.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is a really good idea, though. I really appreciate it. I will send you a link to all my playlists that I do. I have a lot of shorts, but your shorts, you have to have 3 million views in 90 days, which I don't get anywhere clear than that.
3 million?
3 million views in 90 days to get
my shorts never get any views. I think I have maybe 500 views across all of my shorts. Like, that's it.
Oh, well, that's my bread and butter, right? I do like shorts constantly. That's the only thing I do.
I gave up on doing them because nobody was watching them. Like,
that's my consistent thing. Like I've been so busy with work and burned out from the heat, and I apologize, guys. I haven't put any content out in a little bit. But I have stayed up on putting out one short every day. So
wow, that's That's great. I mean, I wish I could be that good about shorts. I'm not. I put out the big content all the time, but I'm terrible with shorts. I don't know.
You know who pushed me over the 1,000 was Pop Comics. He was on one of his pop walks,
Oh, really? And he
and
mentioned you?
I was like, oh, I said, he's like, hey, Bigby, how's it going? How close are you to 1,000 or whatever? I'm like 9 away or whatever. And he's like, come on, guys, there's like 42 people in here. Let's get him over 1,000. And he would not let it go. He just kept going about
Oh,
it.
that's so
He's
awesome.
like, come on, guys. He's like, all right, Bigby, you just update me. And I'm like, okay, I just got like 6 people. And then like I kept updating him. And I'm like, we're over 1,000. And he's like, and it was his mom who was the 1,000th subscriber for me.
That's so cool.
Who is this? Was it Pop Comics?
Pop Comics.
Yeah, Pop Comics. He has several channels. His Pop Comics and his Pop Walks because he's trying to get more healthy. So he does these walks around New York City where he just walks and shows you the sites and garage sailing and the things that people leave out for free. And he kind of does a not a junk shop, but like a repurposing shop more with pop culture stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he found like brand new DVDs yesterday. People had left out for whoever wanted them.
Wow.
Still in the wrap. He's like,
wow.
Okay. So.
But yeah, his collection is insane. Actually, he's got like I think 100,000.
I've seen a few shorts from him, and he's got some killer stuff.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. So.
Yeah,
you guys aren't sub to Pop Comics. He hasn't done a shout out video, but you should sub to Pop Comics. He's a good guy.
I think I'm already subbed to Pop Comics, just like I was already subbed to All the Words.
All sorts of words. You should check out Pop Walks. He's trying to get Pop Walks over 1,000.
Yeah,
he's up
we
to
got to get that over. Isn't he over 1,000 on that already though?
No, he was up to 850 on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so everyone should sub that up. I was promoting that one for a while because I was trying to help him out. But
all right, just sub.
I have to pay it forward and say like, come on guys, you can go over
Pop Walks.
So.
Yeah, I've subbed to Pop Comics already, so and I just subbed Pop Walks.
There you go.
If I can sub Pop Walks, everyone else can sub Pop Walks. Come on, everybody in the chat, go sub Pop Walks if you're not subbed up. Come on, you can.
So also, Ricky's not too far away from 100. I'm pretty sure.
Ricky was at 60 this morning. So if you guys can sub up all sorts of words, I would super appreciate that. I put his link up there.
I'll sub it after this show. I wasn't familiar with the channel, so.
Yeah, he'd be a great interview for you. He's a very intelligent guy. He's a writer. Yeah. He's actually a college professor. So
yeah, so a lot of the times when people do interviews on my channel, they usually get maybe 10 to 15 new subscribers. Usually.
Right.
Cool.
Colossal Collectors.
That'll almost give me to 100.
I think we have another guest. We have another guest.
Do we? Oh boy, who we got? I don't know. Mr. Akins.
Hey.
Oh, it's Ricky. It's all sorts of words. Hey.
We were just talking about you.
I put a link to your channel, and I was like, "Come on, guys! You guys all sub up Ricky. He's a cool guy."
I was literally checking my email one more time before bed. I was reading Frost plus 100 in bed, and I freaked myself out. And now I can't sleep.
Oh wow, Frost! I was promoting that book. I thought it was awesome.
He just did 2 videos about it. You should check them out, Alan. You'll like them.
Yeah.
So Alan, Ricky, Alan.
I've been like peeping on your channel for quite some time.
Okay, cool. So as long as somebody's watching my channel, I'm happy.
Yeah, if you've ever felt that like cold feeling on the back of your neck when you step out of the shower, that's me.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so Ricky has a Vampirella channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's about it.
He does have you guys both share that love. He's got a love for Vampirella.
Vampirella is awesome.
Oh, she's she's a sexy crypt keeper.
Yeah, basically. I always liked the Elviras and those kind of sexy crypt keeper kind of girls. But,
so Ricky, before we forget, Alan does interviews every week, and he would like to interview you.
I would love to have you just peep inside my brain. Poke around.
Sure, anytime. So yeah, just connect with me on Instagram, and then we'll set something up when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, Bigby can probably share over my information. This random thing to know about me. I am far too immature and awful to be on other social media. Like I'm not being like funny about it. Like I'm just like, you know, those people that go on Facebook and a family member says something about politics and now that you're arguing with them for the next like 3 hours. That's like, I fell down that rabbit hole.
That's usually me.
I fell down that rabbit hole, and I like, back in 2020, I was like, I'm never going on like traditional social media again, and like my life has been so much better. I love YouTube and I love the comic book community, but like I don't want to mess with that stuff anymore. So like I'm old. I do emails and carrier pigeons.
Email's fine.
I'll send your email over, Ricky. I'll send it to Alan.
Perfect. Thank you.
I'm actually really old school, believe it or not. Like I use email.
Mr. Aiken says cancel Ricky for ruining my childhood.
Yeah. What did you say?
Mr. Aiken says cancel Ricky for ruining my childhood.
Oh wow.
Oh, besmirching.
Besmirching. Yeah, also, Ricky, before I forget to show you, this is what we were showing off today. The artwork I had
make
made.
it big again.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's show it off
again.
again. We got Gwenpool as a Green Lantern. My two favorite characters combined into one. And yeah, that's what I got. It's awesome, watercolor. And if any of you people watching at home want to get something just like this, make a quick video, shout somebody out. This could be you. You could be a happy boy just like me.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. A happy boy with very limited wall space.
That's all of us.
But yeah, I thought that picture turned out really well.
I have a lot of wall space right now, right? See, it's all
yeah.
You need some
I'm in the
original
living
artwork.
room. Yeah, maybe I should get some from someone.
Only you knew a guy. I think I gave you some original artwork a little while ago, didn't I?
I don't remember. Maybe
That unfinished like Punisher piece and some other stuff.
Oh yeah, I have that. Yeah, no. So this room that I'm in right now is kind of not. This is kind of our library room, and it's our. We've got a. This has got the old record player and a. I'm pointing, and you guys can't see where we're going. Okay, if my hand goes away. So we've got a record player out here, and it's kind of like the room where you come and read and sit, and so it's kind of a sitting room. So we don't really have any comic stuff in here. The other room that I normally do a lot of my videos in, that's kind of the comic book room, and it's got, you know, we've got these really cool placemats that were from Denny's that were done in the 70s with for like the origin of the Flash, the origin of Aquaman, the origin of Superman, the origin of Batman. These were all placemats, you know, like at a restaurant, Denny's, the restaurant. So it was cool. And then we got like cups and other stuff, and all of the comics are out there right now. So
are those placemats pre-crisis?
Yes, they're all pre-crisis.
That's interesting. That's a video.
See, Ricky is a super huge DC fan, so you guys, you and Travis got a lot in common.
Yeah, DC is like when people ask me all the time and they're like, "Hey, why don't you read Marvel?" It's the equivalent of like me spending 50 years watching Days of Our Lives and someone going like, "Oh, you should pop on over to General Hospital." It's like, dude, it's a million things to read. I'm in one universe.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm kind of a mix between the both. I've kind of, you know, it's funny. I made a video yesterday because I realized, and here's the thing, you know, you mentioned Crisis. I actually realized that I have never read Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Whoa!
Oh.
Wow!
I out of all the things, look at Brian's face. He's like, wow.
No, I was going to say, Ricky, you had said in one of your videos about something about John Constantine. Did you know that his second full appearance is Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think number 4?
Well, second full appearance. Yeah. He's got the.
Yeah.
He's another one of those Wolverine characters where he's got like.
He's got
three
actually a
stupid-
cameo before the. Like,
Yeah,
think
I
it's
love
in
I love that
25
part
or
when he's
25.
got one of his videos where he says like, yeah, the first appearance of Wolverine in Hulk 180. He's like, that's right, the first.
obviously. Can you imagine if like the police came to your house, like the house of a Wolverine fan, and they were like, depending on what you tell us, we're gonna fry your brother. So when did he come by? Well, he ate dinner at 8, but he first appeared at 7. Well, no. When was he here? Well, his first appearance was technically 7, but 8 o'clock, I guess. And then your brother's dead. Congratulations.
So here's a question then. I just was reading the Silver Surfer run within Fantastic Four. What is what's the first appearance of Galactus then?
It's the one with the Watcher on the cover, right?
48.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would say 48?
Yeah.
Cameos is not for cameo is first appearance. Like I hate this idea of a cameo.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
So that's the same
So
thing.
Ricky's team ASM 299
so,
then
like,
for first
so let me
Venom.
just ask you a question. Let me just ask everybody in the chat. If you met your girlfriend at a party, like you didn't know her yet. You were at a party and you met this beautiful girl and she said, "Hi, I'm Sarah." And you were like, "Oh my God, I'm going to date this girl." And then a week later, you take her out to dinner. Do you tell people you met her at dinner? No, you tell everybody you met her at the party, not at dinner. But when comic book fans are like, "No, I met her when I married her, like 4 years later."
I'm still waiting
Right.
for my wife. I'm still waiting for my wife to make her first appearance. So
Maybe
right
your
now
wife
she's just in the
disappeared.
cameo stage. We have 2 kids,
You
but
know,
it's
I
still
really
cameo.
want to make
It's still cameo.
They're all cameos.
I was thinking there's a lot of like video ideas I was thinking about for the channel. One of the videos I was thinking about was like confusing first appearances because there's a lot of like those things where it's like, is this the first? There's like so many books where it's like this could be the first appearance, but like they don't officially say that, so it's like not really. Like we were talking about Justice League Dark on Mon's channel.
That one's all over the place.
Yeah, it's all over
Yeah.
the place. And one of my ones that is like a pet peeve of mine is a Domino. Everyone's like, "Well, it's New Mutants '98," and I'm like, "Well, kind of, but that's not really Domino.
her, and
It was it was Copycat, right?
It's copycat,
So it's
right?
like,
yeah.
so it's like I really want to like kind of dive into that.
So
What
Colossus
do you guys
Collector
think
says,
about
yeah, but
ads,
what's your
though?
anniversary? What's your anniversary based off of? The first appearance of your girlfriend or your?
Oh, see, that's a good way to. That's a
Well-
good counter argument to first appearances.
Well, yeah, but it's weird because it goes back and forth. Think about the first appearance of Alpha Flight, right? In X-Men 120 and 121, right? Those are the 2
But it is a
issues.
full on. You can see all the characters and everything in that issue. I mean,
No, you
it's
can't. You see Sasquatch's arm in the last frame of the page. That's it, and that is all you see. And that is not a first appearance, but that is the one that's costs.
I thought a bunch of the other
$1 billion.
characters showed on the. I thought they had talking bits and everything else. Somebody else was talking about that.
Well, maybe they were
No?
talking, but we don't know who they are, and we see a hand, and that's. I'm sorry, that's
So
not
what-
a first appearance.
What do you guys
That
think
is-
about ads, though?
Oh gosh,
See, I
now
don't
he's
think
opening up
that's
a can of worms. Is the
So-
sketch preview
Oh.
is Marvel Age a first
So,
appearance?
I'm gonna
So
show you guys.
I
this.
look at
Now
it
we're getting
like
to the black suit.
I look at it like IMDb. If I go to IMDb and I sort by episodes, the actor appears in the first episode. It wouldn't list the commercial for the episode before it aired. IMDb rules.
Okay, so that's it.
There you go.
So this one, do you guys know what this is?
Yes, that is the first advertisement for Supergirl.
Yeah. See, and
Nice.
but it's an interesting advertisement because it's actually not quite a normal ad. If I show it to you guys, then you'll be like, maybe it's a first appearance.
Mr.
I'll
Aiken says has got you there, Trav. He says Sasquatch was pounding on Wolverine for like 4 panels in X-Men 120.
It was a
Right, so it's the
recreation
first
of
appearance of Sasquatch, not Alpha Flight.
Boom. That's
The whole team is like there. They call it a cameo, but I think the whole team is there.
Ricky's
All right.
just
What was
casually
that, Ricky?
flexing on us
What
with the
about
first Supergirl.
Supergirl?
well, because I believe the advertisement that he's showing is this exact cover.
Right.
Yeah, wait,
So
no, it isn't. It isn't. I'll show you.
It isn't. I've never seen the inside. Show me.
Okay, I'm gonna show it. Wait, I gotta find it.
Or you just casually flexing on all of us with the first Supergirl.
Yes.
No,
Right.
I'm pulling some stuff out for Obito because if he had that idea, I wanted to show him 2 quick little things that'll annoy him, and he'll put them in his video.
Oh god. Okay.
One sec,
Because
I
if
gotta
you want,
find
if
it.
I
you
need
want
all
to
the
do a
content I
first,
can get.
if you want to take
All right.
on that challenge of like what's a real first appearance in DC, I've got some stupid examples that you can use. I've thought about that video myself, but I think it'd be really good for you.
Okay, here it is.
Oh yeah, show me.
I'm gonna make myself big, and you guys can decide whether or not. It
Oh,
actually
look at
gives a little
that.
bit of
Full on,
story
you
and
see her
stuff,
whole
too.
costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl of
That-
steel.
And actually, you know what's interesting about this is look at her skirt. What color is it?
Red.
Oh, interesting.
Red.
But if you look at 252, what color is her skirt?
Blue. I'll show it. Yeah, I'll show it. Blue.
And what do we
Blue.
recognize as her skirt color going forward?
Blue. Or is it red?
It's red.
I'm like
isn't
brain
it?
farting right
Red.
now.
We always
it's
associate
red.
with red.
It's
Yeah.
red, yeah.
So that's
Isn't
a
that cool?
misprint.
Yeah.
So isn't this
Yeah.
a much better?
What is it? But what's the dialogue in that book? Because they're both saying something. I wonder if it's the same as the cover.
It's not quite the
It's
same
different.
as the cover.
It's like it's all like some announcer talking in the background. Like, is she friend or foe? Find out.
Yeah. It's more like that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's on the original. Is she friend or foe?
One sec here. Okay, introducing the Girl of Steel.
We know they're never wrong. Lol.
Here's the heroine thousands of DC readers have been requesting for years. At last, she comes to life in May issue of Action Comics.
Yeah.
What is her origin story? You know, there's like a whole bunch of this kind of like, and then she even speaks. Great guns! You see, Superman talking to her, and it's look again, Superman. It's Supergirl.
Oh my
And
God! Wait,
I'm
hold
real.
on. Read the exact lines of Superman.
Okay, great guns. I've seemed to see a youngster flying dressed in super costume. It
That's so close.
must
to what
be an
made it in the
illusion.
final.
Is it different?
Is the
It's
same?
slightly different.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
And then what does she say?
She says, "Look again, Superman. It's me, Supergirl, and I'm real."
Okay, and yeah, and on Ricky's it says, "Look again, Superman. It's me, Supergirl, and I have all your powers."
Yeah,
It's so close.
isn't that
Yeah.
cool? But also, like the fact that she has the red
Mary.
skirt, I think is interesting.
Okay, so Obito, for
Yeah.
weird DC annoying things. Okay, so Captain Atom 42.
Oh, that's First Death.
This is not only the first
Outside
death.
of
This is the first death. This is the first destiny and despair. They're all in it. They just have skin like I have skin, not like the pale white skin like Obito's shirt. But
Yeah.
so that's that one. Okay, this one's stupid. This both
Here,
of
I gotta
this
make you big. Wait, one sec here.
Oh, Huntress.
both of this is the first appearance of Huntress. They came
Yeah.
out on the exact same day.
Yeah, I picked up both because of that too.
The
Yeah,
same
exactly.
day?
Same day they came out. And then
What issue of
This-
Justice Society is that?
this is the first appearance of Stargirl.
Yeah, I know.
This, like, not that, no, not this one, no, not this one. This is the first appearance.
But
of
the second one, is the one that they all go by. The one with stars and stripes.
this one, yeah.
Yeah, Stars and Stripes.
not
That's the
that
one
one, the
CBC
other one.
recognizes.
The one, yeah.
the one
no,
that wrote
no,
that one.
that one. That was the one that what is officially her first appearance.
Right. Then she appears on like a computer. Oh God, it's so hard. I'm like in reverse. This is the one where it's like she appears on like a computer monitor, and they're like, oh, that's technically her first appearance, which I would agree with. I think we'd all agree it's all stupid.
It's like Dark
Well, I
Side,
mean,
right?
it's the same kind of thing with like Darkseid. Like that's not really a first appearance. That's definitely a cameo, in my opinion. Well, it's just like you see so little of him, and he doesn't even look like Darkseid. Just that skin tone, you know.
Well, I actually hate that that first appearance of Darkseid, that where he's just on the mount. He's not even colored. He's just like a pencil.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like
it's
what
like
is
really
that Iron
tangible.
Man issue where it's the first appearance of Star Fox and all those.
Destiny.
They're just like little tiny heads.
Yeah.
But
All right, so I need to eat crow. I'm wrong.
What?
120 has a bunch of cameo appearances of most of Alpha Flight. You just can't see any of their faces except for Sasquatch's face on the last page, or the second to last page.
But
So
they're all
basically
talking. You see their costumes, right?
Well, kind of. I mean, you get arms and legs that have costumes. You don't actually see there's a full body shot of the twins, but you never actually. But they're kind of like in old like TV scrambled look on them. It's kind of
They're moving so
interesting-
fast you can't really see them. I get
Right.
their
So
faces.
here's the thing. I think it's the way the book is written and the way Claremont wrote the story. I think really, and including because Byrne did the art, right? So, right, it's Byrne's art. Am I right on that one? Please tell me I'm right on that one.
Yes, you're all right on that. Mr. Akins also says that they name all of the characters in 120. They say all of their
wow.
names.
Wow.
Yep, they do. Nope. There's North Star, Shaman, Snowbird, Sasquatch, Aurora. Okay, I'm completely off base. You were completely right.
Wow.
I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
So what I
I'm
always do
vindicated
is I
for
buy
that one
both
time
books
when
and
you
then-
made me look so bad about that Star Wars thing. That video.
What was the Star Wars thing?
Oh, it was about the creep on the original Star Wars movie. I thought it always said Episode 4.
Yeah,
Like I thought it always said Episode 4, but he's like, no, it didn't happen until they re-released it later on.
Really?
That's what
Yep.
he said.
I always thought it had episode 4.
Nope.
That's what I thought too. I was like, it always had Episode 4.
Like
It
when
didn't.
it does the
This
creep
is-
thing, it says episode
not the first
4,
time. Not until
A New
not
Hope.
no.
as if I thought they did that on purpose too, because I thought it was
No.
like they want that serial effect where you're looking at a serial, but not the first bit of it. You're looking.
I showed Brian this. In fact, I think we even tried to screenshot it, and I think it was in the video that we did where we
You
the
did.
Comic
He
Talk video.
did. He showed it, and he goes. Afterwards, we're discussing, and then he edits in the screenshot. And he's like, "I'm right, he's wrong." In the quote, I was like, "Okay."
So what did it say? It didn't say episode 4. It just was. When
It
did
just said
say?
A New Hope or whatever. Yeah, it just said yeah.
But when
This is
did
like
they
the-
add that episode 4 thing?
They added it actually when
Showing off his
they
Rubik's skills.
so when they did Empire Strikes Back and they made that episode 5, they did
Retroactively.
when they released the Star Wars they changed it then.
Graphic Man says, when you see an ad that advertises something and you go to purchase the item and they are sold out, are you still thrilled to have the ad? It's not a true appearance until you actually have the item.
That's pretty good.
That is fantastic. I love that.
That's
That is
pretty good.
Look
I
at
want
Ricky.
to get
Freaking did that.
your
How
opinion
quick did you
on
do that?
The fastest. So there are certain combinations that you can stumble into. The fastest I've ever done, my personal record is 32 seconds, but that's nothing.
Oh my goodness.
World record change.
My son, when he was 10, he could solve the Rubik's Cube in 40 seconds.
Yeah, that's about my average, but that's really good.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, my
This
personal
is-
record is about an hour.
Well, Angry
Well, there
Otter
it is.
says it was
It was
added in
re-released.
1981.
Dinah Laura Lance on that one.
Okay, but this is why I wanted to bring this up. Yes,
Okay, I'll make you break
technically
again.
yes, but it's only through retroactive continuity. It's only because they retconned it. So it's like
But that's
in
her
this
first
issue-
Silver Age.
Well, because in this issue, the whole issue, she's Black Canary is like, oh, I come from Earth 2 and I like it here. I'm going to live here. It isn't until 40 issues later that they say, oh, she died. And at this moment in time, this was the Dinah Lance that we know. This was the daughter. So it's like, although Wolverine is confusing and we all argue over it, I find this to be the most interesting in terms of this is only her first appearance because, like, literally 40 issues later, they told us that this was someone else.
Oh wow.
It's dumb. It's super stupid. Even on Key Collector, they're like, they say like, here's the issue where it's her first appearance, and then the next issue on that in Key Collector is like, it was issue like 210 or whatever, like literally 50 issues later that they clarified that no, that was someone else. But it's like, remember that time Magneto became Zorn, or Zorn was Magneto?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
if you found out forever ago, so now like all that time you're pretending that wasn't Magneto. I don't know. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I still don't like that in the storyline.
Didn't they retcon that? And then there's another Zorn that was like really Zorn or something. I don't remember. I remember some.
I don't think
vague
Zorn has
memory of
ever
it.
really actually been Zorn. I think Zorn is always another character from a different time. I think Zorn wasn't at one point in time wasn't Marvel Girls, not Marvel Girl, Jean Grey Zorn for a while too. I mean, if I remember correctly.
How'd she do that?
The continuities. Huh?
Obito looks determined. What do you got going on, Obito? You got something in your hands
Okay.
there.
Oh,
So I want to get your guys' opinions on this. So everyone knows I'm a big Gwenpool guy, but her first appearance is kind of confusing. So Deadpool Secret Wars 2, that's what I think is her first appearance. Specifically the variant cover. That book, she is not in the book at all. She's just on the cover, and it says like Deadpool is marked down. And it says Gwenpool, and it's
her
that
sitting
classic
in the chair
view.
in the pool chair. Right?
Yeah. That classic scene. She's nowhere in the book, not in the story even a little bit, and she was never intended to be anything more but a variant cover. But people liked the way she looked. People were interested about her, so they threw her in the Howard the Duck #1 in 2016, and that was like her first story appearance. So, like, what do you guys think about that? Is Deadpool Secret Wars 2, like, she's prominently on the cover, but she's nowhere in the story? Is that her first appearance still? I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
Well, I mean, I think isn't there a separation? Like, isn't there a cover appearance?
That's what I was going
like
to say.
you have your first cover
appearance.
appearance.
That's what I would have said.
I mean, I guess it's weird because like it's weird to have a situation where they come on the cover first and not in the story, but then they eventually come into the story. It's such a weird thing.
Well, isn't there another issue that also kind of muddies the water where it's Gwenpool and Jane Foster Thor appear on like 2 panels?
Kinda. It's Hawkeye and whatchamacallit. It was a Hawkeye issue where like it was Spider-Gwen, like the outfit, and Jane Foster Thor, and they were like, it was like a Halloween party, and you could see them in the back. It's never stated that like that's them, so like you could say it if you wanted to, but it's not.
So
really,
that was actually even earlier. That's an earlier first.
Yeah,
that was Spider-Gwen, not Gwenpool. It was Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen. You could say it's the first costume appearance.
But yeah, so Jane Foster Thor and Spider-Gwen appear on like 2 panels in a Hawkeye issue.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, here's a fun one. Can you make me big real quick so I can show you?
Sure.
It's a small panel. Okay. I'm trying to line it up. Who is that? Ain't Renee Montoya, but that's Renee Montoya. That white lady is not Renee Montoya, but this is Renee Montoya's first appearance. They introduce her as Renee Montoya, but it's not the one that we know. So, like, can you race swap a character to be a first appearance later on? Do you count the
Well,
first?
he did it with Darkseid. I mean, he had flesh tones, right?
Well, he was on a computer, so I mean, and it was a DOS, so he could have been dot matrixed.
Isn't that also the first appearance of the ventriloquist, anyways?
No, the first appearance of the ventriloquist is, I have it right here.
That's his first appearance box.
No, I have. These are my raw keys. So like anything that isn't slabbed is in here. There's heaters in here. I get the first. What's it called? First Poison Ivy's in here. First Bane. God damn it, I just had it.
So, Alan, it's Hawkeye versus Deadpool #0 is the first cameo Spider-Gwen, first cameo Thor, Jane Foster.
Hawkeye #0. Let me see if I
okay.
can find it.
Hawkeye
As long as I
versus
have it in my
Deadpool.
collection, I'm happy.
Hawkeye versus Deadpool #0.
And I know what it looks like. It has like it's like they're like a amalgamation of their faces on the cover.
No, it's Deadpool is shooting a Nerf gun bow at Hawkeye, and Hawkeye is shooting actual arrows at Deadpool. And Deadpool is full of arrows.
That's the first ventriloquist.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the first.
Yeah, that awesome orange cover.
Yeah. I was thinking about it afterwards. It went.
But this is another stupid one. So this is the first Magpie. They tried to make Magpie a big character in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
With like her big thing was like she's effectively a mohawked Catwoman. She steals jewels. But at the end of this issue, after her introduction, she gets arrested by the police and hauled off after trying to heist a museum. The exact same story happens in the exact same month of the Superman title, and everything takes place. She gets arrested, museum heist, Superman stops her. But they came out at the exact same time. So you need this one and the Superman one to call it like owning her first appearance.
Yeah. It's weird
Isn't
that they
somebody
reprinted
said
the
that
story.
that character is somehow related to Punchline?
That's what I thought too. I
Um,
thought I heard something with that too.
No, there's a character that looks like Punchline. I have it right here. I just saw her like 2 seconds ago. Where are you? Oh, what is her name? Mime.
Mime, yeah.
Mime, okay.
I remember picking that up when the whole Punchline thing was going on because they were going to say, "Oh, is it going to be retconned that she's really the Mime?" And yeah.
This is another stupid one. You got your first cameo, Damian.
First Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Well, so he appears. I'll show you the thing. Like, and this furthers the debate because this is Damian's first appearance in comics. I'm so bad at this. Okay, that's Damian's first appearance in comics, right?
Yeah,
okay.
He's in shadow. You can't really see him.
But print that in your mind. So that's the first appearance of Damian in comics. That's not anybody else. That's Damian. We know it's Damian. It's Damian in the next issue. But because we have to wait until this issue to see him in full, is that shadowy person not Damian? No, it is Damian. It's just he's in shadow. So now is there like a CGC qualifier?
According to Key Collector, that second one is his first full appearance, and the other one is his cameo.
According to my sweet Aunt Petunia, I don't care.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to realize he said first appearance in comics because why, Ricky?
Because he appeared in that Son of the Demon
Son of the Demon hardcover.
Yeah.
Obito's absolutely right. The hardcover is the first printing. Absolutely right.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I know a little bit.
There are slabbed versions of the Son of the Demon hardcover.
Does it say first appearance Damian Wayne on it?
Yes.
Do you have it, Bigby?
I don't.
No.
Mitch Hunter has copies. He's been showing them off all over the place.
Man, I really wish like CGC, when it comes to a lot of like the Green Lantern characters, they never make mention of like it's a first appearance. They don't mention the first appearance of like Salak, of Tomari's brother. They don't mention that the 116 is the first Guy Gardner as Green Lantern. They don't mention any of these big keys.
Mm.
This is another
annoying
one. This is the first appearance.
Oh yes, of
call it
Bizarro. No, sorry.
No, Batman Beyond.
Wait. I know.
You got beat to it.
It's the.
I beat you.
You're almost there.
The guy from the future.
You didn't hear me.
Future Man.
What? You know what I'm saying? You know the Batman Forever guy.
Yes.
Batman
Beyond. But
wow, what was wrong with you there?
This is just the first appearance of Batman Beyond. It is not Terry McGinnis. They
call him Tim McGinnis in that, right?
He's called Tim McGinnis.
Years later,
it's Tim Fox, right?
It was clarified by Dini that this was actually it was in his mind the creator that it was Tim Drake. Then this is the first appearance of I'm drunk. What is this for? I'm not drunk. What is the first?
The first Justice.
Terry McGinnis?
First Future Justice League, right?
There's in Key Collectors listed as something else. Somebody's got to have it. It's a different
Shout
first
out, guys.
appearance.
Shout out.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be Terry McGinnis. Isn't that the
And
first?
well, because this is the first Terry McGinnis.
And
Yeah.
actually, that's
Yeah.
not even the first appearance with him in costume, because then he's not even in costume in that one. It's later that he gets into the costume.
And this one is the
I'm
what
so
are they
bad.
called? The Six Flags one, where
My phone.
you can identify them by the advertisements on the back in case you're ever buying these books. The Jello one is the one they gave out free at Six Flags.
I
Okay.
have the other one.
I so badly want to have that book.
Yeah, I really want that. But there's this one copy, like 9.8 on eBay for like $250. That I'm
Wow.
thinking like maybe for Christmas.
I bought the whole set 1 through 6 for $50.
Wow.
See you, Colossus. Thanks for hanging.
What's on the contract says
Thanks for hanging, Colossus.
I
It was
know a
great
little
having you.
bit.
By the way, I'm gonna have to go too. I'm not sure if I can leave without like killing the thing.
I think you're gonna kill the thing.
No, that's okay. I should go to sleep. I got to work tomorrow. But this was great.
I gotta
Thank you for
kill
inviting
one
me.
thing.
I gotta leave just because
about
I
this
have a
thing?
wife that's gonna kill me if I don't. Okay. And what's this?
Oh, that's cool.
Is that
It
Monsters?
first Morbius versus Blade, right?
I think it's first meeting of Morbius and Blade. Yes.
Yeah, I knew there was some Legion of Monsters that had that.
But it's a magazine. I think those Marvel magazines from the 70s are so cool.
They are.
So hard to
and
find.
you know, what's this?
I will kill the thing.
You kill the thing. I can't think of his
You're
name.
gonna
My
kill
brain
the
just went blank.
thing. The Fantastic
So,
Four
hey,
will
I want to
stand
show.
to
I
it.
want to show one book if that's okay. Because
Sure.
I'm really excited about this book. I
Yeah,
I
you show
found it.
us one book. You show that one book. And does Obito want? Obito, do you want to show something?
Oh no, I'm just holding my art.
Okay.
All right. So, can you make me big, or do
Yes, I can make
make
you
me
as
big?
big as you want. There you go.
All right. So,
Oh,
this
that's nice.
now
That
Brian
is
was
so
with,
effing
I think-
cool. I love Street
Right,
Fighter so
okay.
much.
All right, so here's the funny thing, right? I was at what is it? Half Price Books.
Yeah, we were at Half Price Books. Yeah,
I think I was with you when I got this one. Maybe it was
I think
the second time I went. All right, so I didn't realize this was a sketch cover.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
They only it was half price of like $20.
Wow.
This book, this artist only did a series of covers on these gold foil Street Fighters, and every single one of them raw, not graded, have sold for like $300+.
Wow.
nice.
I mean, they're really
And
nice.
I was like shocked and surprised that when I first saw it, I didn't think it was a sketch cover, and then I swapped out the bag because I didn't like the bag it was in. It was kind of dirty and scummy because it's Half Price Books, and not that Half Price Books is a bad place. I'm just saying that their bags
It's
are
dirty and scummy. You just said so.
Yeah.
it's dirty
You
and
heard it
scummy.
here first.
You heard it for, so you definitely have to change it. But anyway, this book, I was so surprised. I'm pulling it out. I'm like looking. I'm like, this is a sketch cover, and then it's like, you know, he on the back of it, which I can't. It's got a bag and board. I'd have to pull it out. But it actually has like the date, the show, and just like a note about who requested this sketch cover. And I was really stoked about it because I mean it
That's
lays
cool.
it out and everything. It's got all the information on it, and the artist rarely does stuff for it, so it's just a really cool cover. It kind of is.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of inspirational to kind of the stuff that why I wanted to do color on the art that I was doing. So
Yeah. The artist that did that one, I actually know him. He is the guy who did all of the artwork for the Street Fighter 4 game. Like he actually did all the
Oh, wow.
concept art, and they
Yeah.
used his art in the actual game. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so that's
awesome.
that's a pretty recognized artist then.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's really cool, man.
That's all. I'm very jelly of that. I love Street Fighter.
That's
It's
cool.
probably something I flipped by when you were looking through, right? Because it was funny. Travis and I would look through a bin, and I'd be like, "Nope, nothing here," and then I'd flip over, and he'd be like, nope, nothing here. And I'd be like, how did you miss this? And he'd be like, how did you miss this? And I'm like,
Yeah, it was hilarious. I mean, like I'd pull out a book and he'd be like, "Where did you find that?" And he'd pull out a book and I'm like, "Hey, where did you get that?" It was a lot of fun.
All right, I'll make it easy on you, Alan. I'll close out where I gotta go to bed, but I'll end it with this one. Does anybody know what this is?
First, King Kong or
This stupid Archie book, Life with Archie, number 41.
Godzilla.
Yes.
That's what it was.
This-
Yeah, I
on
was
the
going through
first
my
page.
monsters.
This is the first Godzilla in comics.
Yeah, I have
and Mothra, right? The Mothra
Yeah.
there
Yeah, and
too?
Mothra too.
So
Yeah,
this is
Mothra.
this is
Mothra.
1965. That's the first printed image of Godzilla in comic books.
That's
There you
awesome.
go.
That's really awesome, buddy.
Life with Archie. So keep your eyes open. You'll find this in dollar bins. You'll find this in 50-cent.
What
bins
issue number
all
is
the
it?
time. 41. This big blue
41.
stupid cover. All about 10 issues in either direction of Life with Archie. Nothing looks like this. Like you commit this to
Yeah,
memory.
it's really
blue
obvious,
cover,
yeah.
6 panels. Nothing looks
12
like this.
cent, 12-cent cover.
Yep.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mentioned that one on my channel once, actually. I was like showing that book.
See, you're proving your knowledge to Mr. Allen so that he will more than happily want to interview you.
Well, the next time you're outside of your house and you see a rustling bush, just invite me on over. I'll come to the
Yeah. I was just thinking, okay, so I was going, by the way, for that book, I had to remember that it was Godzilla. I did remember it was Godzilla, but
You did.
you know, like I said, not Bigfoot, King Kong was the one I was thinking as well. I was going through all my monsters. Do you guys know where King Kong made his first appearance?
It wasn't the Dell 4-color.
Nope.
Or was it?
Mad 5.
What's that?
Mad Comics 5.
Mad Comics 5.
And it was when
All
it
right.
was still comic book size.
Huh.
There you go.
Yep. See?
That's cool.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
You do.
You did.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. I look forward to hanging out with you guys more in the future, for serious.
It was great
Yeah.
meeting everybody.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everybody
So,
sub
I
Ricky
guess
up.
we'll wrap
All
it
sorts of words.
I guess we'll wrap it up anyway. So thanks everyone for coming out, and thanks for everyone watching us babble about random things. It's always fun.
Yes.
Now I got to kill the fun, as as I'm being said here. So yeah, I'm the killer.
Fun killer. It's okay. I got to do some homework.
So yeah, so thanks guys though. And we'll
Yeah,
we'll
it was
hang out
really
some other
fun.
time.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. It was awesome.
I look forward
Bye
to
now.
talking with you tomorrow, Alan.
Make those shout outs,
Yeah,
watch
oh, yeah,
those
that's right.
shout outs.
Yep. Okay, bye for now, guys.
Absolutely.
Bye bye.